this one.
Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA. This is that grinded out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, BA. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Then there's Dillingham. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Crawford in at center, filling out the middle. Just 5 to shoot. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And as we're halfway through the season, let's see how the power rankings are shaking out. You take a look at Miami. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
I think for the Cavaliers, they've surprised so many people with their ability to maintain this astonishing display of dominance. But here they are, the best team in the league late into the season.
Out to Mobley, pass to Mitchell. Here's easy breezy. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. Here's Tyson. Here's Mobley. And finally, they hit one.
Inside Mobley is set up for success. His size and reach means the rim is right there for him.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. From downtown. Knocks down the triple.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And here's Edwards outside. And it's Tyson with a rebound.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And Mobley throws it down.
Easy does it. Mobley is such a fluid athlete for his size.
Pass to Randle. McDaniels from long range. Book it. And it's Randle with the assist.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Edwards against Mitchell. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Dillingham, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Easy Breezy. A guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. It's hauled in by Crawford. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Timberwolves. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
Yeah, they found some decent looks, but the shots just weren't falling. Sometimes it goes like that.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
Pass to Easy Breezy. Fades away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Easy Breezy's got 6.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Outside McDaniels. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Got a piece of it. On the break. There's the drive. Tyson can't connect from short range. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Here's Randall. Good D by Mobley.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Here's Easy Breezy. A 29-point game for him in the win against Boston.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates, racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry. And showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And at the end of one, a closely contested. And if you just... This is checked in for the Timberwolves. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Levine passes to Johnson. Here's Randall. He's guarded by Gafford. And there's a defensive 3-second call. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Cavaliers on D. 4-point game. Johnson finds Levine. Minnesota again missing.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
On the court for Minnesota, we've got Zach Levine, Julius Randle out there with Christian Brown. Then there's Johnson, and it's Ellis in at the 2-guard spot. Jones with a screen on Johnson. 6 to shoot. To the right side. Here's Easy Breezy. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Easy Breezy's got 9.
Yeah, for still being fairly new to the league, you gotta love the vision Jones brings.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, well, Easy Breezy in the last game against the Celtics put on a show. He picked up 29 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. It's the latest entry in what's been a string of fantastic games from him. We'll see just how long he can go, guys.
Okay, thanks for that. You know, the impact he had on that game was big.
And it's not easy to point to just one area he made a difference, but his effect was felt all over the place. He was on fire.
And the important thing now is to keep that momentum going. You want a player building on his positive results.
Oh, Levine, an aerial assault.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
The shot by Tyson, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. Randle, the pass to Levine. And another 3 from Minnesota. Here's Easy Breezy. He's got 9. Gafford with a screen on Johnson. Pass to Tyson from outside the arc. And he hits it. That makes him 1 for 6 for the game.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. A different look for Cleveland. Mobley, he's checked in for Jones. And Mitchell subbed in for Tyson. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now. The Cavaliers lead by 4. Mobley on a screen. Here's Easy Breezy. Inside, 6 on the shot clock.
And love the aggressiveness from Mobley, commanding the defense's attention there.
First trip to the line for him here. And he can't get the first one.
I love it. In attack mode, drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Jared Allen, he's checked in for the Cavs. Tyson comes in for Garland. Pass to Dillingham. Randle outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
Well, you can tell this team looks to Anthony Edwards to set the tone on the floor. His intensity becomes their intensity. And let me tell you, his intensity is always high.
And here's Dillingham from the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got 5 assists in the game. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Easy Breezy. Shot is up. Here's Mobley. Rebound Minnesota. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
And it was an awful game defensively. It lost the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
To the wing on the left. Can they get it? The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
McDaniels finds Randle. And it's Tyson with a rebound. Tyson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Zach LaVine, he's been the guy making things happen for Minnesota. He dropped 3 threes in that quarter. They haven't found an answer for him yet. Back to the game after this break.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi.
I think for the Timberwolves, they haven't played up to their standards. Last year, they were an elite team. They need to find that mojo.
And moving on to the Timberwolves now, they're in the midst of a close game.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bones.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Zach LaVine with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's easy breezy in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
And a nice find by Mobley, keeping his eyes up and his options open.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Pass to Dillingham. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown. Dillingham's got 11 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Now here's Allen. To the left side wing. Here's Easy Breezy. He's got 13. The turnaround. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota leading by 3. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. That's good from Dillingham on the assist by Edwards. Edwards got his 3rd assist of the night. Here's Easy Breezy, a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Going inside, Dillingham with the bucket. And now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Easy Breezy, the pass to Mitchell. Allen outside, back to Mitchell. To the middle, to stop the run. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Getting established positioning inside. Once Allen has this, he is a threat to score.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Brown's checked in for the Timberwolves. Levine comes in for Anthony Edwards. For 3, Randall. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And he lobs it up. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Yeah, I love how Allen controls his body, setting a solid screen and then just gliding into shooting position.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. Pass to Brown. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. Brown's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Mobley on a screen. Here's Easy Breezy. Count that bucket.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Fontecchio's checked in for the Timberwolves. Ellis comes in for Randall. Outside Levine. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Here's Easy Breezy. He's got 15. Lets the 3 fly. And rebounded by Zach Levine.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half. It's
stolen. Here's Ellis. Here's Levine for three. That one doesn't drop. Here's Easy Breezy. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Easy Breezy's got 8 here in this quarter.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Mobley. Here's Tyson. Here's Easy Breezy. He's got 17. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Mobley. Intercepted. A deep three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Timberwolves ahead, up by 2. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th quarter. We've got Nasir Little, Christian Brown out there with Zach LaVine. Then there's Johnson, and it's Ellis in at the 2. Garland, the pass to Easy Breezy to tie it up. Kept alive. To take the lead. The shot won't fall. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Brown. Johnson inside. Working on Gafford. They get it back. The kick out to Johnson. There's the 3. The shot, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Garland, the pass to Easy Breezy. Jones sets a screen. Here's Easy Breezy. He nails it. And we're tied. Easy Breezy's got 19 points.
Taking it straight to the rim. Going for the high percentage shot when it matters the most.
Well, when it's this close, you want to put your best scorers in a position to succeed. That's exactly what happened.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
And Allie, thanks.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Rebounded by Johnson.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. A different look for Cleveland. Allen, he's checked in for Gafford. Mobley comes in for Jones. And it's Tyson in for Garland. And Minnesota with some changes. Now Mitchell. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. And there's the lob. Mobley, no good.
And gearing up for the alley-oop, just couldn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Mobley, a screen on McDaniels. Easy breezy, the pass to Mobley. The open shot, Randall. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Tyson's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Allen outside from deep. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall with it. From 13 feet, down it goes. Randall's got his first 2 points.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Just about 3 minutes through the 4th and final quarter here. Here's Easy Breezy. Got it. Good job in the low post. Easy Breezy's gotten 4 this quarter.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense.
Here's Dillingham. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 5 rebounds in the game. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Pass to Randall. And here's Edwards. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Mitchell. Cavaliers trail by 6. 1:10 left in the 4th. Easy breezy, the pass to Allen. Randall with a steal. Here's Dillingham. Hook it. And it's Randall with the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 8. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, we credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And Mobley throws it down.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. And now we've got an intentional foul. .36 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Now here's Edwards. Clock at 6. Pulls up on the wing. Bullseye!
Man, Edwards gets great lift off the floor when shooting that jumper.
Cleveland calls timeout. 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And so it's Cleveland with it, trailing by 8. Easy breezy. Oh, he buries it from outside. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. And that increases the lead to 6. Cleveland calls timeout. 7 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Here's Easy Breezy. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is
sometimes the shots just don't fall. Hey, it's just one loss. Win this game so we can go hit the buffet for some chicken wings.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action. So, Greg, with the season winding down, a lot of what-ifs for the teams. What about players? Do they experience that as well?
You can't help but wonder what could have been if your team struggled, Kevin. Players are just like fans in that regard.
And we've been seeing MP putting a lot of effort into his offense. He's made it his mission to be the guy who carries the bulk of their scoring duties.
And he's had plenty of bite to go along with his bar. He's been on a tear since making his feelings known publicly. When MP has something to prove, he can be dangerous when he's at the top of his game.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Easy breezy out there with Mitchell. And it's Tyson in at the three. Outside Russell. To Rizashea. Okongwu with the screen for Rizashea. Good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And Rizashea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Here's Russell after the made shot from Easy Breezy. It's up a three. Russell no luck. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Mobley a screen on Russell. Here's Easy Breezy. And it's Russell with the rebound.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Now Rizashea. His last outing, he had 24 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Easy breezy, no good.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. That one goes. Count it. Easy breezy's got 6.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Rizashea. He's got 6, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 8 points for him.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on
fire here today.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Easy breezy in the last game against the Nets. Really contributed. He scored 23 points, and he added a few assists as he was able to set up his teammates for good looks. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin, they'll want to keep it going tonight.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Russell passes to Siakam. Three-pointer. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Here's Easy Breezy. 23 points his last outing. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. For the Cap. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Looking for a breather, and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Pass to Hood, Shafino. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Atlanta making a switch here. Buffs jacked in. Here's Rizichet. 18 points for him.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
On the court for Cleveland, Daniel Gafford is out there with Jones. Then there's Garland. Then there's Easy Breezy. And it's Tyson in at the small forward position. Pass to Rizichet. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Misses in close.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Easy Breezy. He's got 11. Kicks it out to Garland. Here's Easy Breezy. Second chance shot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's 13 points for Easy Breezy. Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Here's Easy Breezy. 13 points in the game. Pass to Jones. 5 on the clock. Here's Easy Breezy. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Okongwu's checked in for the Hawks. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Davis. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Mobley, he's checked in for Jones. Jones with it. Back to Russell. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Atlanta again missing. There's the drive. Easy Breezy, no good.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. And there's a minute 45 left now here in the second. That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Mitchell, he's checked in for Cleveland. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Three-pointer, Daniels drills the three-pointer. Daniels has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Kept alive. Tries to save it. Offensive rebound. Mobile. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. The Hawks trail by 4. Davis surveying the floor. Outside Russell. A three-pointer off the mark.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Easy Breezy. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Daniels. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. Okongwu kicks to Davis. 6 to shoot. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there in the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell is his commitment to work. Though he's played for a couple of teams, this guy brings it every day.
And the Hawks making a change here. Good Shafino's checked in. Russell from long range. Here is the long-range jumper.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Mobley a screen on Russell. Here's Easy Breezy. And Easy 2 points on the layup. Easy Breezy's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers lead by 4. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
I think for the Cavaliers, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run.
And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Zachary Rizeshay has been, in a word, sensational.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
D'Angelo Russell out there with Daniels. Then there's Rizeshay. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Hawks 5.
Well, this guy's such a reliable presence on the glass. Jared Allen using that length to save the play.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
And stolen by Siakam. For 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Siakam's got 5 points now this quarter.
The pull-up jumper, an important part of Siakam's game. All right, Pascal, we see you.
Pass to Easy Breezy. Corner shot. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Easy Breezy's got 21 in the game. Russell looking it over. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Here's easy breezy. 21 points in the game. From deep. Siakam pulls it in. The Hawks trail by 3. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Driving inside, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
See, this is something that I think Donovan Mitchell needs to keep working on. To me, his responsibility is to get his teammates going as much as himself.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Atlanta making a switch here. Hood Shafino's checked in. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Cavaliers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they are going to be slowing down at all. And checking out Atlanta. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And right now for the Cavaliers, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
Siakam passes to Russell. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Cleveland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Easy breezy. That's good.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
Pass to Russell. Now Okongwu, defended by Allen. Here's Russell. Drops in the layup for 2. And that's now 9 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. He muscles it in through the contact and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
For the Hawks, Jones checked in for Okongwu. Davis is subbed in for Rizachet. Well, Doris, before he started playing basketball, Siakam was on the path to priesthood. And there are a lot of GMs in the NBA saying, amen, that he chose basketball.
Kevin, this young man actually attended a seminary and didn't pick up a basketball until he was 16. But even with that, he's built himself into an all-star and a champion. An incredible journey.
Pass to Siakam. 56 seconds left to play in the third.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Here's easy breezy. He's guarded by Russell. Easy breezy passes to Mobley. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
And he really punished them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Russell. The Hawks again can't hit.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Easy breezy. Rebound by the Hawks. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Russell. From outside the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Russell's got 12. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Cleveland ahead, up 4. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, they've got Daniel Gafford. Darius Garland is out there with Easy Breezy. Then it's Herbert Jones. And it's Mobley in at the 4 spot. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Well, it wasn't a perfect trip to the line, but it was good enough to stretch their lead to 2 possessions.
Pass to Jones. And here is Davis. Front past the arc. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Easy Breezy. Just 5 on the clock. Screen by Gafford. And down it goes. Three-pointer falls in from Easy Breezy. Easy Breezy's got 15 points here in the second half. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. A nice shot by Hood Schifino.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Here's Easy Breezy. Mobley outside, out to the wing. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Jones. The shot will not fall. The Hawks trail by 3. Rizachet with it. Back to Davis. Pass to Hood Schifino. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. It's stolen by Jones. Outside, Davis. Here's Hood Schifino. Offensive rebound. Back to Davis. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Easy Breezy. And Hood Schifino pulls it down. Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. No good. That would have tied it. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Easy Breezy. Takes the 13-footer. Atlanta with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jones for 3. Atlanta again missing.
Oh, it was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of a shooter. It's so important.
He doesn't make the first, and that was the one they really won. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And now I'll send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. Coach wants him to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations, and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the 3. We're good, guys.
Thank you, David.
Boy, Pascal Siakam can put a ton of pressure on the defense. This guy has the physicality that you love.
That's good. Going 1 or 2 from the line, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a 1-possession lead.
This quarter of play, and over 39 minutes have gone by. The Cavaliers at can't hit. Hawks in the fourth quarter, put it down around 29%. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I think the the value of Pascal Siakam is the skill set on both ends of the floor. He can play multiple positions either end, and he can lift his team in any number of ways.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2.
I think what's probably surprised me the most about Pascal Siakam is how prepared he is to be the primary scorer for an excellent team in the NBA. This guy has shown no hesitation.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Well, he may be a top scorer, guys, but Donovan Mitchell is not selfish. What a pretty pass.
Here's Russell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Mobley. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half-court in time.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Big Man has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Siakam with it, now defended by Mitchell. Russell with a wide-open look. Here's the three.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds. We got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Easy Breezy. 6 on the shot clock. Pick up the shot clock violation. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
This free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
So the big run by Atlanta in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to see it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind.
Don't beat yourself up till you check the tape.